Welcome to my shed for part 11 of building the ORCA. This one, as promised, is going to be a little bit about 3D printing, hence why you're in the shed. I'll show you a piece I've just printed this morning. Okay, this is the wheel housing for the top of the ship. I bought it as part of a kit, so it's the whole boat. I really only want this piece of the deck. It's slightly too small, it's smaller than the wooden piece. So what I might do is just slice here, slice these pieces at the end and use that as an internal. Because although it's lovely and detailed, beautifully detailed, you can see the detail of that, beautiful. It'll stand out a bit in terms of detail with the rest of the boat. But anyway, that side, I'll make my mind up on that. What I'm going to do next is print the couch for the inside. Now this is my printer. It's an Anycubic printer, and basically what you do, if nobody knows, you've got this tray here of liquid. This is liquid resin, as you can see. Horrible smelly stuff. So this is the printing plate, goes on here, just gets tightened up, and what happens is the printing plate lowers into the resin and prints layer by layer. So there's the lid. But press print and you will see that the printing options come out. This is the one we want. Press print. There's your options. The one I want is this one, the couch. Press play, and then what happens, if you can see it, the plate starts to move down into the resin. It'll dip into the resin and it'll stay there perfectly still for 40 seconds while it prints the very first layer, which will be that pattern. So that pattern there that you can see is what's being printed on the bottom of that plate. And then it'll lift up, it'll do another layer, another layer, another layer, until it's eventually, hopefully, the couch. 8 hours after starting the print, you get this. And this is, if I can get the camera down there, you can see the liquid resin. It's printed layer by layer onto a big block. So we'll unscrew so it's stripped overnight, and there we have the couch for the ORCA. Just need to dry in the sun, get some UV light on it to harden the resin, and that should be the couch for the interior. Okay. So just for the record, this is the piece. That's really nice piece. Took about 9 hours, 10 hours to print. Probably cost me about £3.40 in resin. So yeah, well pleased with that. A lot of people buy UV machines, dry machines. Basically all it does is expose these prints to UV light, and to be honest, the best UV light you can find is that up there. So if we set this in daylight, it's surprising not only how quickly it sets, how warm it gets. You can see it setting before my eyes. Hi, it's another quick update. I think the last time I spoke I printed out the 3D deck housing, flying deck housing, anyway, the deck housing at the top. To make it fit, I've cut the wings out. You can probably see the side here and the other side. I've actually cut that out. It fits a lot better now, so it doesn't look as daft. The other thing I've done is weathered the top wheel housing deck, so that will be in there with the other piece around it. So that's the deck. I've weathered, drawn the boards on and grooved them and weathered them. This is the deck for underneath there, if you like, the living quarters. So we've got living quarters, and then we'll have this on top with the wheel in. So that's where I'm up to now. Yeah, I think we've got to paint this, prime it and paint it next. I've got quite a bit of 3D printing going on at the moment, including the mast, because I want to, before I start anything else, I want to know where the mast's going to go, because I'm going to have to put a really strong metal collar in at the bottom. So I'm printing out the first part of the mast as we speak, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, thank you. Just another quick update. It's the 6th of November today. I've just, using the coffee stirrers, done the cladding on the inside of the wing housing at the top. We can see that. This contains 3D printing. If you can see it clearly enough, but that is the jaws that will go on the front there. So that's done, ready for painting. And talking of painting, I painted a few. We're in the middle of starting to paint a few other bits and bobs. This is the wheelhouse, the woodwork, the dials and stuff. There'll be a radio set and a few odds and bods, maybe a few little bottles, cans, something on this. And this is the couch that's going to go inside the living quarters. This is the couch where they compared legs. Let's compare legs. And he gave that wonderful speech about the SS Indianapolis. If you haven't seen it, just go on Google and or YouTube rather than check it out. It's an absolutely fantastic scene. Robert Shaw's acting is outstanding. Anyway, that's where we're up to. See you in the next one. Greetings, welcome back to the scale model shed, building the ORCA. Today is the 12th of November. I think we've got 40 odd days left, 48, something like that. Carrying on with 3D printing. These are the, if we can see it very well, these are the controls that are going to go into the living quarters, if you like, of the boat. We've done the other bits and I'll show you that in a minute. This is the ladder, obviously, that goes between the flying hatchway thing at the top and the living quarters, and I'll show you what else we've done on the boats in the intervening period. Okay, so this is where we're up to. This is on permanently now. This is a permanent piece. That is going to be held on with magnets. The deck is inside. This is going to be loose. It is held in place, so it doesn't really matter, but we've got the couch there. The controls is just showing you they're going to be along this side. Bookcases, all sorts in there. So that's that piece. All the electrics are done. Electronics, as I say, that will go on top like that. I've actually found a company that prints out tiny little letters, so they will go, the ORCA will go obviously on the back there. The daft thing is with these letters, I've tried everywhere to find them. You can go on eBay, you can go on Amazon, Temu, Etsy. Lots and lots of companies do huge letters. This is the only place I could find that did the small ones, and they were 12 pence each, free postage. And the real daft thing is, you couldn't order ORCA. You had to order them individually, so you had to order one O, pay for it, one R, pay for it. See, so it had to go through as 4 separate orders. How nuts is that? Anyway, I've got them now. So, lots of painting to do, really. 3D printing, painting. I've got some characters that I'm going to start putting on. The walkway at the front obviously needs to be done. The windows at the front. And the shark's mouth. There you go. The iconic shark's mouth, 3D printed. So as I say, 40 odd days. When I say 40 odd days, probably a lot less than that, because we're going to have to be putting the Christmas decorations up in the beginning of December. So a lot less, probably about 20 days if I'm honest. So I need to press on. So that's where we're up to at the moment. Oh, one more thing. So this is, I bought this from Telford last week, 10mm brass tubing. That will sit, I'll resin it in place, cut it back to about that height. And that will be the, well, that will hold the mast, because the mast is going to be really, really high, really tall. That will hold it still, hopefully. So that's where we're up to. As I say, it's just 3D printing, painting the parts, getting everything ready. So she's just, she's not far off now. Not far off at all. Okay, see you soon. Thank you for watching, and again, give me a like. Thank you.
You want a drink? Drink to your leg?
I'll drink to your leg.
Okay, so we drink to our legs.